Hey Vikings fans, what's up? SKOL Nation? It's your fellow diehard here, pumped up and ready to dive into the latest Vikings news that's got us all buzzing. We've got some tough breaks, but also that unbreakable Viking spirit shining through. You know, the kind that keeps us glued to our screens no matter what. Picture this. Our Vikings battling tooth and nail against the Steelers in Ireland, down to the wire with a chance to tie or win in the final minutes. Despite all the frustrations, penalties, turnovers, that quick passing attack we couldn't stop, we were right there, folks. That's the teaser that's got me fired up. How does a team riddled with issues still fight like warriors? Now let's hook into this Vikings news roller coaster. We're talking offensive line woes, injury updates, and what it all means for our purple pride moving forward. Stick with me as we break it down scene by scene, and tell me in the comments. Are you as optimistic as I am about the squad turning it around? Despite all the valid gripes about KOC and KM, the shaky offensive line play, Wentz's ups and downs, our defense struggling against those lightning-fast passes and runs, those silly penalties, and the killer turnovers, our Vikings still had a shot to tie or win with under 2 minutes left. That's the heart of this team, folks, never out of it. You can say what you want about KOC, but remember, he led us to 13 wins in 2022 and 14 in 2024. 2023 was a dip because we lost our QB for half the season, but KOC always finds a way to keep us competitive in most games. That's why I'm not panicking yet. At the end of the day, all we ask for is a fighting chance on that last drive, and that's exactly what we got. It's frustrating in the moment, sure, but it's entertaining as heck, the way the cookie crumbles sometimes, right? What do you think, fans? Drop your takes below. KOC doesn't coach teams that quit, and I can't recall many games where that's happened. Maybe one blowout a season, but every team has those. This squad battled through adversity like true Vikings. I'm not worried about KOC or KAM. They're growing in their roles. That 2025 free agent class isn't a bust yet. Hargrave and Allen aren't grading great early, but the season's long, and Flores is rotating Redmond and LDR to keep guys fresh for the stretch run. Speaking of worries, the offensive line is the big one. Brian O'Neill's got a sprained MCL, but good news from Vikings News. He's week to week. No short-term IR expected. That's huge. He might be back in a few weeks. Justin SKOL stepped in, and while he's no star, he's what we've got unless we tap Walter Rouse. Ryan Kelly's situation is heartbreaking with his concussion history. Some are calling for him to retire for his health and family. It was worth the shot signing him, but hindsight's 20/20. Drew Dalman got that Big Bears deal, and he's solid in run blocking, though his pass pro isn't better than Juergens. Hoping Kelly makes the best call. If he plays on, expect him out a couple weeks or more. Vikings fans, have you seen this epidemic of OL issues league-wide? It's tough to replace linemen because talent's scarce, development's lacking, and there's only one Jeff Stoutland out there with the Eagles. Talent ID is tricky too. You need athleticism, strength, and technique, and not every draft pick pans out like Colton Miller. Some flop like Evan Neal. Good backups? Hard to find unless you draft and develop like we did with Brandel. Critics point to signing Kelly with his injury past. Only 3 full seasons since 2016, and backing him with a second-year 7th-rounder like Juergens was risky. SKOL's cheap at $2 million, but options were slim. Why no more quick game to help the OL? KOC added options, but Wentz wasn't taking them. Self-inflicted pressure. Folks, our offense graded a dismal 60.4 on PFF, worst this season. Compare that to the Lions' high marks like 89.5. Top offensive grades. Jefferson at 75.1, Scott 73.7, SKOL 66.7, Brandel 63.6, Fries 59.6. Bottom. Oliver 46.2, Juergens 46.4, Hawkinson 47.7, Addison 55.6, Wentz 56.4. Wentz faced pressure on 38.9% of dropbacks, had 3 turnover-worthy plays, 2 picks from clean pockets. Under pressure, he was 7 of 13 for 74 yards with a 29.6 grade. Ouch. He's blamed for 28.6% of pressures in his starts. Defensively, top grades. Redmond 77.0, Greenid 72.4, Murphy Jr. 68.9, Wilson 68.6, Metellus 64.2. Bottom, Pace Jr. 45.7, Jackson 46.7, Hargrave 47.0, Rogers 51.6, Turner 55.1. From London, KOC updated. McCarthy could practice this week, but won't start till after Week 7 bye against the Eagles, hoping he gets drops in Thursday or Friday. He needs a full practice week, so Wentz starts his third straight Sunday at Tottenham versus Browns. What do you fans think? Ready for McCarthy's return? Well, likely down 3 starters. Jackson out post-wrist surgery. Kelly in concussion protocol after his second in 14 days. O'Neal week to week with MCL. Possible lineup versus Browns. Darisaw LT, Brandel LG, Jurgens C, Fries RG, Skule RT. Van Ginkel might miss his third game in 5 with neck. Good, he traveled, but no practice this week. He's progressing, but we're exploring options to get him 100%. Meanwhile, opening 21-day windows for Ham and Batty from IR, exciting to get them back. Kelly's at a crossroads in his 10th season, signed that 2-year $18 million deal for our OL overhaul, but second concussion in 3 games versus Steelers, 5th since 2023, 7 or 8 total. Vikings observers like Collar are urging retirement. Retire! For his health. Kelly's an impressive guy, smart, loved by all, but concussions add up. He said himself, at 30 you think about dementia, quality of life. You can replace a knee, not your brain. If more happen, he'll decide, hoping he prioritizes family. Practice squads have OL options. McLaughlin from Bengals, Strange from Browns, Brown from Texans, Cologne from Lions, Dieter from Commanders, Nugent from Cardinals. I'd snag Trent Brown and Seth McLaughlin. He won the 2024 Remington at Ohio State, recovered from Achilles injury. Sneaky competition for Jurgens. Veterans like Dieter or Cologne could work too. Plenty of season left to improve despite injuries. This team's resilient. Vikings news keeps us hopeful. What moves would you make, fans? Predictions for Vikings versus Browns. Arizona Republic says 24-14 Vikings win, better result than the Steelers' loss. Jefferson shines in London. The Browns traded for Cam Robinson after Jones' season ender. Could net us a 5th or 4th comp pick if he starts and performs. Anthony Lima thinks Browns can win with 13 points. Sadly possible, but I say no way. Our defense steps up. What's your score prediction? What can McCarthy learn from Rodgers' game versus us? He got the ball out quick, 2.17 seconds average. Fastest this season, processing fast, finding soft spots. Vikings like Greenid noted the plan. Quick outs to throw us off, mix and runs. Smart vets like that teach rookies patience and rhythm. McCarthy study that. Don't hold too long, trust the design. Fans, how excited are you for his return? He'll elevate us. KOC says we must improve and grow as a team. Spot on after that low offensive grade. Focus on quick game, cut self-inflicted errors. Through adversity, we're still in games. That's entertaining, frustrating, but pure Vikings football. No quit here. With the bye looming, time to heal and scheme. Vikings news has us geared for a turnaround. Believe it. SKOL Nation? Wrapping this up, folks, but let's keep the convo going. What's your biggest worry? OL, QB, or defense? Share below, and hit that like if you're all in on these Vikings. Don't forget to subscribe for more Vikings news breakdowns. We're in this together. Share with your fellow fans, and let's pack those comments with purple passion. SKOL Vikings. Let's turn this season around. See you next time.